Woohoo! I got 10 more views today on that new item I listed in my Etsy shop. I've been selling on Etsy since 2007. I'm a welder, metal artist, I make furniture and jewelry. I've been selling all over the world. Through the years, I've learned how to market my Etsy shop online. I'm also the owner and editor of Handmadeology, a daily blog that teaches Etsy sellers and other creative business owners how to sell online and the things they need to do to market their shop and even their websites. And I even wrote a book called How to Make Money Using Etsy that you can pick up on Amazon anytime. So in this video, I'm going to teach you my top 10 tips on successfully selling on Etsy. So let's jump right in. Alright, so tip number 1, there is no magic Etsy button. And what do I mean by that? Is you have to put the work in. Selling on Etsy is hard work. Marketing your own business online, it is hard work. So just throwing up a bunch of listings for 20 cents and just hoping that people are going to find it, it's not going to happen. Bottom line is, if you treat your Etsy business like a hobby, you're going to make hobby money. If you treat your Etsy business like a real true business, spend the time, do the things you need to do, you're going to make the money that you want to make in your Etsy business. So right here, I've got the top 5 articles on Handmadeology that you need to read if you're thinking about becoming an Etsy seller or if you're already an Etsy seller. Man, this webcam just is not cutting it. Yeah, these pictures are terrible. Hey, tip number 2, you got to have great photography when you're selling online. Alright, so tips 3, 4, and 5 are going to cover the topic of knowing your product. First, we have pricing. We want to make sure that you're making a profit. How much does it cost to make? How much profit are we making? The second is branding. Do you have a cohesive design that fits all across the internet? How about your product, your photography? Does it fit your brand? And third, we're going to know our market. Who's buying our stuff? Who's going to look at our stuff? And we're going to market it to those people. On to tip number 6, and it's a big one, SEO. Search engine optimization for your Etsy shop. Everyone's shop, everyone's listing pages, they all need to be optimized for the search engines. And right here on Handmadeology, we have tons of articles that will help you with your SEO. Tip number 7, Etsy relevancy. You gotta have your shop and your items optimized for the Etsy relevancy search. And we have the perfect thing right here for you, the Etsy relevancy checklist. Tip number 8 for Etsy sellers and any small business owner is you have to be on social media. If you don't have a Facebook fan page for your business, if you don't have a Twitter account, if you don't have Pinterest, if you don't have Google+, if you don't have Instagram, you gotta be on these social media outlets because guess what? That's where everybody is. Millions and millions of users every single day. You gotta be there. So make sure you check out Promotzy. Make sure you check out Fanpageology. These are actually Etsy API tools that we have built just for you to help you with your social media marketing. Alright, we're getting close to the end. Tip number 9 is guest blogging. Now this might be a little bit strange, but guess what? This is how I built a lot of my traffic, a lot of my followers. I guest blogged on other blogs, talked about my art, talked about my metal. Great way to get your network built. You get more recognition. You can expand your exposure, and it builds backlinks to your Etsy shop and your blog. So make sure you find the right blog and bloggers to connect with so you can start guest blogging today. Alright guys, we made it to tip number 10, and it's a good one. Make sure you're always having fun in your business. The second that it becomes a chore, you gotta switch things up so you're still having fun again. Because guess what? If you do what you love, you're gonna love what you do. And that's the first step to becoming successful. Alright, thanks for joining me. That's the end of the tips. I wish you luck in your Etsy business, and don't forget to subscribe because we got tons more videos coming up. Woohoo! I got 10 more views today on my Etsy shop. Really? Really? Hey, what's my line again? Oh yeah. So make sure you find the Casting.